Welcome to This Explainer. If you've got that entrepreneurial spark, you might actually be feeling a bit of resistance right now, and that's okay. Today, we're going to unpack the psychology behind that fear of starting a new business, and we'll explore three golden methods to actually overcome it. Honestly, feeling anxious when you're about to launch a new venture, it is a perfectly natural human experience. It doesn't mean you aren't cut out for this. It literally just means you care. Section 1, the fear of starting. So let's dive right in. Do you have a genuinely great business idea, but you're just afraid to take that next step? This is the fundamental question that stops brilliant minds right in their tracks. I mean, you have the vision. You clearly see the gap in the market, but there's this invisible wall preventing you from moving forward. Is it the money? Are you terrified that your hard-earned savings are just going to sink into a black hole? It's tough, right? When you're staring at your bank account, the thought of losing it all is completely paralyzing. And hey, this is for sure one of the most common financial anxieties that new entrepreneurs face. Or maybe, you're afraid you simply won't be able to compete. You look at all these established players out there and wonder how you could ever possibly measure up. Well, remember, you are absolutely not alone in feeling this way. This fear is entirely natural, but we really have to look at what happens if we let that fear win. Here's the harsh truth. If you stop because of this fear, the world will lose a great idea. Just think about that for a second. Your fear isn't just holding you back. It's actively depriving the world of a solution or a product or a service that you are uniquely equipped to provide. That is a really heavy price to pay, just for giving in to hesitation, don't you think? Moving on to section 2, the psychology of hesitation. So where does this hesitation come from? Well, it stems from two main pressures. Externally, there's societal judgment. That classic anxiety of, oh man, what will people say if I fail? We're absolutely terrified of being mocked. But internally, it's completely biological. The human mind craves absolute guarantees, which is, ironically, the exact opposite of what entrepreneurship actually offers. Uncertainty literally breeds fear in the body. The source material puts it perfectly. When we don't know if a business will work, fear and anxiety are born in the body. That tight chest, the racing heart, it's just your body reacting to a lack of certainty. It's a biological response, guys, not a personal failing. Which brings us to section 3, 3 golden solutions. All right, so there are 3 distinct methods to actually defeat this fear. Step 1, market research. Step 2, a business plan. And step 3, letting go of control. Let's unpack exactly how these dismantle your hesitation. Method 1, do your market research. Look, information is the single greatest weapon against uncertainty. You obviously can't give your brain a 100% guarantee, but you can feed it data to combat that nagging fear of the unknown. First up, gather market data. Look at the actual numbers and trends, not just guesses. Second, really understand customer needs. If you know for a fact your target audience is desperately looking for, say, a faster software tool or a more reliable delivery service, your idea stops being a shot in the dark. It becomes a calculated, targeted solution. Okay, method 2, create a business plan. A highly practical tip here is to literally just keep a diary. When anxieties are bouncing around in your head, they feel massive and totally unbeatable. But writing them down, it turns them into tangible problems that you can actually solve. A great way to do this is by taking a kind of stoic approach. Draw 2 columns on a page. On one side, list what is in your control, things like your work ethic or your product quality. On the other side, list what is completely out of your control, stuff like inflation, sudden regulation changes, or, the country's situation. Only expend your energy on what you can actually influence. Everything else? It's just wasted energy. And this perfectly tees up method 3, leave the illusion of absolute control behind. This is definitely the deepest psychological step. We have to let go of the false belief that we can somehow micromanage every single variable in our journey. Because the reality is, you can never control circumstances 100%. Accepting this fact actually relieves you of massive self-imposed pressure. You aren't supposed to know everything. You aren't supposed to control the entire universe. You just have to steer your ship as best you can with the wind you're actually given. Section 4, taking the first step. Taking that first step despite the fear, that is the actual start of success. Courage isn't the total absence of fear. I mean, we've already established that fear is perfectly natural. Success starts the very moment you choose to move forward while your hands are still shaking. To keep moving, you've got to focus your mind on today, not on future worries. Stay present. Only tackle the immediate tasks right in front of you. Because if you spend all your time catastrophizing about what might happen 3 years from now, you are literally never going to take the step you need to take today. So, now it's your turn. What do you fear most in a new business? Is it financial loss, or is it people's talk and societal judgment? Take a moment to really reflect on your specific barrier and share your thoughts in the comments. Acknowledging it is the vital first step. Thanks for joining this explainer. And seriously, don't let the world lose out on your great idea.